Hey guys, Modern Guru here, coming to you from my car again. Sorry guys, I've been really busy lately, so I only have small little intervals like right now to do these little quick, short, informational videos. I actually just got done eating lunch with my grandma. I took her out. I haven't seen her in a while. It was really nice to have steak lunch with her. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the markets today and also go over a few other things. So let's get started. Basically, you got a lot of sloshing. I mean, everything's for the most part green today, but you got a lot of sloshing still going on. And I think that's going to continue until Friday. All the futures contracts for the shorts are going to be coming due on Friday. And the people that bet millions and billions of dollars that Bitcoin was going to fall below a certain price, in January, I believe it was in January 1st. Well, they want to push the price of Bitcoin below that mark. All the miners, investors, hodlers like us, they want the price, of course, to go up. Now, I do not own a single thing in Bitcoin. I sold all my Bitcoin a while ago, and I bought a ton of LITECOIN for my own set of various reasons. I think LITECOIN is severely undervalued in its current price. But I just didn't want to get caught and be cannon fodder in this war over Bitcoin with the shorters versus the bulls. And to be honest with you, I think it's going to keep going until Friday. I think Friday is going to be either a day where the shorters win and they make a ton of money, or they lose their asses. And the shorters, if they don't drive that price, if they're not successful of getting it under, I think right around 9,000 or under 9,000, it looks like, they're in big trouble. They're going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. And the miners of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency enthusiasts, period, all want to see Bitcoin go through the roof. We want to smash these guys and teach them a fucking lesson. But I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. I don't even have, I'm not going to even guess. I'm not even going to predict what happens. I have no idea. All I do know is I got out of it. I don't want to be caught in the middle of it. So I've been accumulating LITECOIN for really the past 6-7 weeks at a very high rate. I think any price under 300, and right now I believe it's at 185 as I speak. I believe any price under 300 is an absolute steal for what it's going to be doing here in the short term, but for the entire year 2018. I believe LITECOIN was up 5,000% in 2017. I think it'll be up 5,000% in 2018, if not more. I actually believe that 5,000% is a conservative estimate, but we'll get into all that at a later date when I do the videos on LITECOIN, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, when I talk about the competing exchange currencies, currencies that will you'll be able to, purchase coffee with, or just grocery shop with, things of that nature. Used for Amazon or eBay, Venmo, PayPal, all those different things. I think LITECOIN has got a leg up on everyone else, but like I said, I'll discuss all that in a future video when I have the time. But I did start on it. I'm preparing for it, and I will have it out in the next few days. So what else? In regards to the mass media right now, I'm seeing more of the just ridiculousness going on of this cryptocurrency is all being a bubble. Have these guys actually looked at student debt loans or the stock market, S&P 500, Dow? Like, those are massive fiat bubbles. They're a giant compared to an ant. If the ant was cryptocurrencies, everything is a bubble. But those bubbles are absolutely ginormous compared to the cryptocurrency markets. So don't listen to that FUD. It's all bullshit. If you actually watch some of I was watching a show on MSC the other day, and they got guys on there on these panels that know less about cryptocurrencies than I do, and I am certainly no expert. I learn new things every day. But these guys are like they got a chart up and they're like, oh, look at this line, and then look at this line, and then this line, and then this line, and then this line. Like, that was the extent of their charting capabilities. I was laughing so hard I was almost actually in friggin' tears because of how stupid that show was and how stupid those people sounded. They don't know anything about the cryptocurrencies. They know bare minimum. They don't know about the technologies, the platforms. They don't discuss them on these shows. All they talk about is price. That's it. And they're pumping things. MSNBC is pumping Ripple. It's been pumping Stellar. It pumped Bitcoin Cash. Like, that's what they're doing. I mean, they're not even educating the public on what these things are that they're investing in. And it's really sad because that's kind of how all media is nowadays. It's all propaganda. It's really sad. But you know, all things that have fiat in them is a bubble, because fiat expands the bubble, and fiat is continuously printed at zero interest. It's lent out. There's nothing backing fiat currency. It's not finite like cryptos are. It's infinite. You can create it forever. You can create as much as you want, and you can throw it into markets and inflate them. So yeah, everything's a bubble, and all bubbles burst. I agree with that. But we are nowhere near the bursting point. We're not even in adoption phase yet, or we may just at the very, very start right now of somewhat adoption. So, you know, this thing has got a long way to go, people, in my opinion. We're going to kick ass. I see Bitcoin in the really near future, maybe after Friday, definitely in the month of February. I see Bitcoin rising to a, you know, I don't like doing predictions, but if I had to do it, someone had a gun to my head, I'd say Bitcoin's going to rise to 30 to 36,000 in February. After all this shorting fiasco, after all the shorting fiasco is over with and the markets are allowed to run again, which they're going to. They are going to, trust me. On the Elliott wave, we're in wave 3 right now. Wave 3 is, generally speaking, the biggest jump of them all. I'll talk about Elliott waves in future videos. I don't want to get into all that now, but we are on the precipice of a monster jump, and I think it's going to be 30 to 36. I think Bitcoin will be over 100 grand by the end of this year, and I could probably be wrong. It might be 130, it might be 160, I don't know, but I think a conservative estimate will be about 100 grand. We still only have about 2% of people in the world investing, and that's going to jump. The buying pressure on volume is going to jump. We had a sloshing period here. There's a lot of fear, a lot of government fear that's kept people afraid to. And you also have a lot of these exchanges. Bittrex is still closed down. People can't even get an account on there. Coinbase couldn't handle the volume of all the people. There's so much money that's still wanting to get in and can't get in right now because the exchanges weren't properly set up and ready to handle all this volume, which I still don't understand how that's possible. They knew what's coming. Everyone told them what was coming. But, you know, it is what it is. There's no going around it. But yeah, so I think everything's going to be looking on the up and up starting in February. I think we're going to see a huge bull run. I think Litecoin is going to freaking jump. I'm predicting Litecoin after the middle of February, end of February, you're going to see Litecoin in between 900 bucks to 1,200. And folks, right now, it's sitting at 185. 900 to 1,200 is my estimate. It's at 185. So I am buying the hell out of Litecoin. You need to do your own homework, though. Do not listen to what I say. Don't take everything I say. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I am not your financial advisor. If you make this investment, this is your decision. That you're using your money, hard-earned money, to play in the crypto markets. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm still fucking hodling. They're not shaking my stack. I've accumulated Litecoin along with some others. I do have other cryptos as well, but I am heavy into Litecoin right now. So I hope I'm right, because if I'm wrong, well, I'm gonna have some problems. But either way, I knew the risk. I understand the risk in these markets. I understand how volatile they are. So, you know, no matter what happens, if I go broke, or if I make a load of money. I understood what I was getting myself into. So we'll see what happens, but I am super stoked for the month of February, because let's all face it, January for the most part has just absolutely sucked. And nothing but FUD. You know, all the rich fat cats are now from Wall Street, and hedge funders are all in the markets, and they're manipulating and screwing with it, trying to figure out how it works, how to, you know, they're basically trying to figure out how they can maximize their profit by all the games that they can play. And you know, I see it for what it is. I know what they're doing, and I'm not worried. I'm not worried one bit. Bitcoin is the future. Cryptocurrencies are the future, and I am 100% convinced of that. The one issue that I do have with the cryptocurrency so far, and it's a glaring issue in my opinion, is the fact that we have so many coins. The money that comes into these markets is being spread over so many coins, and the vast majority of these coins, people, are not going to be around in 2 or 3 years. They're either scams, bullshit technology that will never work, or pump and dumps that will use either the previously aforementioned to make tons of money off of. I don't want to play in pump and dumps. I am betting on any coin that I believe has phenomenal technology already with a functioning product, or can be used, or likely to be used as a cryptocurrency for exchange at some point, or is already being used. And I don't bet on the whims of all these nerds that get together and decide they're going to start a new coin. There's just too many shit coins in the market. And some of these people don't have bad intentions. They have good intentions, but they just have bad ideas. And then there's things like, you know, last week, or I think it was 2 weeks ago, some iced tea company on the stock exchange put blockchain in their name, or started talking about blockchain, and now their stock tripled overnight. It's like, come on, like, people, really? We need more educated investors, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this show. We need more educated people making educated decisions. Like, you know, I saw some videos of people that had lost everything in BitConnect. Well, you know, you only have yourself to blame for that, because if you would have done even the slightest amount of homework, there has been people for months and months and months, myself included, who told you not to buy that fucking scam. We told you not to. We explained why it was a scam, how 50,000% gains was not sustainable. 50% a day returns on your Bitcoin? Are you nuts? Like, just look, you're stupid. You're stupid, and that's why you got burnt. And now you're doing all these videos blaming the BitConnect people that you watch the YouTube videos on. You're blaming anyone you can get your hands on. But, you know, if you would have gotten in on that scam a little earlier, you wouldn't be blaming anyone. You'd be praising how awesome and unbelievable BitConnect is right now. If it was still, the scam was still going, and you didn't get shut down. So y'all need to shut the hell up, take your loss like a man or a woman, and do a little bit more homework, use a little bit more wisdom in the future, in all future investments. Or watch my channel, because I'll tell you what's a scam or what isn't, most of the time. I mean, I got a lot of people messaging me about this coin or that coin. What do I think about this or that? Well, guys, there's thousands of cryptocurrencies. You know, some of these I've never even heard of. And even the ones that I have heard of, there's a lot of them that are just absolute scams. So, you know, just be careful. Be careful. These markets are the wild, wild west, baby. And I am home, so I'm going to end this video. But like I said, make sure you are watching out, because I'm going to have a really cool video coming up on all the currencies that will be used in exchange. LITECOIN, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Dash are the top 4 that I'm going to do. There's others, but those are the top 4 right now, at least in my opinion. So I'll do a video on them, and I look forward to seeing you then. I love you guys. We're green right now, but I think it's going to go back down. It's going to slosh a little bit more probably tonight when the Asian markets open up. or when the Koreans, Japanese, Chinese, when everybody wakes up, probably all sleeping right now, and they start trading. So we'll see what happens. But I am so positive for the future, guys. It's going to be an unbelievable ride this year in 2018, as long as you're fucking hodling. So that's it. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you maybe later tonight or tomorrow with my other video. I love you.